I'm gonna take this off. It's annoying me. What is up? I'm Daniel. This is Daniel's House of Pop, and I'm on vacation right now with my family, and I thought I would do a little haul of all the records that I've bought, because that is, I mean, that's like my biggest hobby, but I always have to do that anytime I'm somewhere other than my hometown, because I kind of end up going to the same stores all the time, and so anytime I can find some different stores with some different stuff, I get really excited. So I'm going to show you what I found. Now, the first store I went to really did not have much in the way of CDs or records that I was interested in. I had actually been to that store before and I had found so many CDs. I mean, it was like they had like all these import singles and Japanese pressings and stuff like that, so I was like, oh, this store's awesome, I can't wait to go back. And I was very disappointed with their selection this time. But I did find Mariah Carey's Dreamlover CD maxi single, which was exciting for me. I love a lot of Mariah's remixes, especially this was like the first one she did with David Morales, and she recorded her vocals. The Def Club mix is epic. It is so much fun, and then I think all of the remaining mixes are kind of sort of variants of that mix, but it's a lot of fun. It's a great song, and this was just a few dollars, so I was really excited to get it. I really enjoy CD maxi singles. Like, I guess that was a big thing for me as a kid. I loved remixes and I loved, you know, buying the CD single, so I always get excited when I find a maxi single that I don't have for like a song I love. So the only other thing I got at that store was something that was 25 cents, and I really just picked it up out of curiosity. But this is Shayne Ward's Breathless. I think he was on X Factor UK or something like that. He might have won, maybe, I don't know. But I think I was intrigued by these titles because the singles are called No You Hang Up and If That's Okay With You. And it was like a double A-side, and something about seeing those titles together was funny to me, so I just was kind of curious as to what these songs sounded like. And let me tell you, there's some lyrical gems on this album. The main chorus for No You Hang Up is, we got that you hang up, no you hang up kind of love, which, you know, is what I aspire to have in life, is that no you hang up, no you hang up kind of love. Like, that is ideal. But the peak of the lyrical depth on this album is the chorus to If That's Okay With You, which is, I'm gonna make you feel like you're heaven on earth. I'm going to saint your mother just for giving you birth. I mean, musically, this is very much X Factor winner 2007. It's exactly what you'd think it would sound like. But yeah, that was all I found at the first store, so I was pretty disappointed after, you know, last time having come out with like probably 12 CDs in one trip. Thankfully, the second store that I went to was a lot more successful. The first thing I found was like right when I walked in the door, and it was Frida's I Know There's Something Going On Cassette. Now, I'm not a big cassette person, but, you know, when I saw this, you know, it was cheap, and I'll buy anything with ABBA on it, really. I mean, I'm wearing Agnetha and I have Frida. So this is her Something Going On album. It features the hit single I Know There's Something Going On, and I think it's a brilliant album. It's produced by Phil Collins. It's, you know, it's very much Frida, but it's got a kind of rock edge to it. It's a lot of drums, Phil Collins. So definitely check this album out if you haven't, because it has some gems on it, and I definitely recommend it. Now on to the actual records. I've been really into Depeche Mode lately, and I've been trying to figure out which albums I want to get in terms of, you know, getting their discography. Unfortunately, I've only really been able to find a lot of represses, and the store only had like their, not new as in recent albums, but new pressings of, you know, all of their albums. So the only album of theirs I had before this was Music for the Masses, and I decided to go with one that was a bit more recent. This is their 2001 album called Exciter. I love this album. I think it's really underrated based off of the stuff I read online about it. It has one of my favorite songs on it called Free Love, which I think is one of the most beautiful love songs. and really the whole album is great. I definitely recommend this one if you like kind of down-tempo electronic pop. I ended up going with this album, I also think, because I felt like I might be less likely to find this one, like Violator. In any store that has Depeche Mode has Violator, so this one I was really pumped to find, and I'm really pleased with my purchase. So next up, I got an album with, unfortunately, both of the main members of this group have passed away recently. This is Dead or Alive, and that's Pete Burns. And I only had their Youthquake album, and this is their follow-up, which is called Mad Bad Day Just to Know. And it has some amazing singles on it. Brand New Lover is my favorite, but there's also Something in My House, and I'll Save You All My Kisses, and Hooked on Love, which are all great songs. So there's Pete, and he died, I think it was December of 2016. It was right around Christmas, maybe. I think, something like that. And it was actually just a few months after my best friend had gotten into this band, and he was the one who introduced them to me. So that was really sad, but even more sad, Steve Coy, the other member of the band, passed away just a few months ago. And there were actually 2 other members in the band at this point. I don't even know their names. They weren't very prominent, I don't actually even know what they did, because this entire album was produced by Stockake and Waterman, so I doubt there are a lot of like non-programmed instruments on it. But yeah, this is a great album. I was really psyched to find this. I always found this cover a little eerie. I mean, Pete Burns was a very kind of creepy man sometimes, and you know, there's something very ominous about this cover, but I love it. And finally, a man I have been obsessed with recently, Mr. Adam Ant with Vive La Rock. I've been trying to get a hold of their albums, and I've never actually seen this in a store before, and it was pretty cheap, so I was really pumped to find this. It still has the hype sticker. It's a great cover. It's the album with Apollo 9 on it. I love Apollo 9. I don't know any of the other songs except for the title track, which was also a single. So I'm really excited when I get home to check this album out and see what I think. But I love the cover. I love Adam Ant. I'm really excited that I'm one step closer to completing my Adam Ant collection. And so this was a really awesome find. It was I think it was the last thing I found in the store, and I was so excited. So yeah, that's all the records that I got. But one little bonus thing, I was in the mall, and I found a shirt that I had been told at another Hot Topic that it was sold out nationwide. So I thought my chances of ever owning this shirt were not good. And so when I found this, and in my size, they only had 2 left, and it was in my size, I was so excited. This is Britney's Baby One More Time shirt. I love the design of this. I actually have several friends who own this shirt, and I hope we don't wear it at the same time, but I love the design so much it doesn't matter. And I'm really excited to find this, and that's just a nice little completion to my vacation haul. So that is all that I found, and I say that like I didn't get a lot, or spend a lot of money, but yeah, it was not so great at first, but it got better. And yeah, so I might do more kind of videos like this in the future. I'm really looking forward to maybe doing some videos where I talk about, you know, maybe some of these albums or other albums that I'm really into. If you want to see me do anything, let me know, and I might do it. Possibly, no promises. But yeah, definitely let me know, and I'll see you next time.